welcome to the Cellar Sessions podcast. My name is Anna Spooner.
And Alexandre Fréguin, and today we're going to have a little bit of a sense of a place by traveling to the streets and restaurants and wineries of Mendoza and its surroundings.
Sounds good. Sounds delicious.
Well, delicious is the word because everything is coming out simply by the fact that when you got great wine somewhere, and it's always related to great food and spectacular visual in general. So sightseeing, food and wine, that's what we talk about today.
Perfect. So let's kick off, I guess, with what it's like to fly into Mendoza, Alex.
Well, it's a very interesting feeling where I'm going to give you a bit of personal bits. But, I took a plane from Buenos Aires to Mendoza a few years ago, and it was after a very, very long evening in Buenos Aires, drinking a lot of Fernet Branca. But my mouth was a little bit bitter, but when I landed, I had probably one of the sweetest feeling by landing in front of the Andes. And that's just give you at some point a sense of a little bit irreality, and you feel very, very small in front of something pretty grateful. And then you arrive in town, and it's you forget about being tired, and it's lively, and it's shining. It's very solar in a way, with a sort of a peaceful also atmosphere. You feel like a sense of happiness, and people are living. So what struck me, to be very honest, it's the smell. It smells of food everywhere. There is that combination of spice, making intimacy with the smoky tones, and it's raw in a way, but with a very, very, very strong culture behind that, because you can see that food is what is probably the main social time in Argentina, or even it's quite connected to South America, but I did find it very, very strong in Argentina. And it's going to be a little bit cliche, but when I talk about smoke, that barbecue hint that you can, maybe it's a sort of a fantasy I had in mind, but that's what I always related Argentina with. So that will define my Mendoza first landing. But you are quite, I will say, knowledgeable about places, and we've been quite lucky because Anna, I believe you've been checking on your producer, and there is nothing better than producer recommending places to eat. Am I right?
You are right, yes. So we've got a great list of stuff to do. So places to visit and eat in Mendoza, not only from our own experience, but from producer recommendations as well. So top tips when you're traveling to Mendoza. So lunch at Siete Fuegos, so very famous Argentinian chef there, who Francis Melman highly recommended. Then I think this might be a place you particularly love, Alex, so I'll let you describe it, but Azafran.
Well, fine dining, top place, 1 Michelin star, with a really, really, really attached, rooted Argentinian traditional cuisine with that beautiful modern twist.
Praise indeed from our resident Michelin star working sommelier. So Azafran is a big one on the list. Similarly, Centauro, Auténtico, those kind of good dining, good wine list type places. If you are sick of fine dining, Pizza Bigaglia could be good fun for you if you just want to grab some pizza and have maybe a few beers. And likewise, if you're sort of wanting a break from wine. Who wants a break from wine? I don't know. Maybe you do. You could go to the Garnish for cocktails, or the Gomez Rooftop for some cool views. Because hey, who doesn't love a rooftop?
Actually, especially when you can watch over these big chains of mountain, it's a pretty spot on one. I recall also a top bistro, very casual, super relaxed atmosphere. Value for money was also incredible. It's called Anna. actually.
There we go.
No jokes aside, but Anna's Bistro in Mendoza. It's a very, 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 very good place.
Nice.
And probably one more, as I would say, it's called Brindillas.
Okay.
So back a bit into the Michelin star, they got 1 star, but I thought it was delivering top quality food. So that will be a bit. And then something that you should not forget, street food.
Street food.
Eating,
yes.
walking, and a little bit of in-between breaks with wine. I will strongly recommend beers because not forgetting that Mendoza, it's 95% a desert.
Yes.
So to kill a bit your thirst, it's pretty good. And fine. And Anna, you've been in touch and discussing many recommendations by producer. But from what I recall, and all the wineries that I visited there, they're pretty solid on how to welcome and to deliver a wine travel experience. Am I right?
For sure. I think Argentina is one of those countries that's very well set up for, I mean, it's vast, right? It's a big expanse, and Mendoza is no different. You have to travel larger distances than we're used to here in France. So they make it worth your while to go and visit a winery, right? So, I mean, Catena Zapata is one of the most world famous restaurants. That's absolutely gorgeous. But Zuccardi, Riccitelli, those are amazing restaurants. I think you have a favorite out of those, don't you?
Not gonna say it.
So you've got wineries that have really cracking offerings. Susanna Balbo is another good one. There's a hotel and a spa there now at Susanna Balbo, so you could go and stay. And I should make clear that's in Chacras. So Chacras de Coria, that's a terrible Spanish accent, but Chacras de Coria is sort of between Mendoza and the Uco Valley area. And it's a bit closer to the vineyards. So if you wanted to travel out of the city to go and spend some time in amongst the vines, then Chacras is a brilliant place to stay. You can do, other things as well, like visiting hot springs, all sorts of fun stuff. But Chacras would be a really good starting point, and from there you can pop off to all these incredible places. Recommend getting a driver. My husband did it on bike, which he regrets greatly. I think they had a fun time, but I think they were quite dehydrated. So I would recommend hiring a driver. That's a nice way to enjoy the area. And definitely go to a winery and enjoy yourself. Have a long lunch. You know, these places have amazing chefs and amazing setups. So
Good.
yeah. And but okay, I've just mentioned there's biking, there's horse riding if you want. What else can you do?
Well, I have a sweet spot once again for activities like fishing. And some of the highest rated fly fisher in the world are really into the wild adventure of Patagonia, and especially in the Rio Negro and Colorado. You have some pretty interesting fishing sessions to be made, which are giving you a very strong taste of what it is being in the wild. Trout fishing, of course, and that shows also that even if Argentina will and still remain the country that eats the highest quantity of beef in the world, we realize that they are turning down a little bit the red meat towards a bit more poultry or any kind of pork, and still continuing with the strong smoked outdoor barbecue. Francis Malman, the chef that you mentioned, is probably one of the king person to do this. And if you want to dream a bit, I would strongly advise you to at least give him a follow on Instagram. He's pretty, I'm pretty envious sometimes.
Get yourself accustomed to the asado life, right? The culture. So basically, you fly. Our dream trip, right, would be to fly to get drunk in Buenos Aires, fly into Mendoza, spend a few days in Mendoza doing some food scene stuff, go up to Chacra, enjoy yourself, and then zoom all the way to Patagonia for a fishing trip.
That sounds like the perfect trip. I'm going to fly out in 48 hours.
Sounds good. All right. Well, thank you, Alex. You've made me sufficiently want to visit. And if the best I can do is open a glass of Argentinian wine, then so
Let's do so. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
If If you like today's podcast, then please don't forget to hit subscribe. Anna and Alex are little fish in a very big Patagonian river, and every little helps.